nothing to say.
There are no Jews. I'd love to see where you end up in history.
I'm trying to
people I would say.
Yeah, I'm trying to,
I say that as a Gentile.
If Israel was committing a genocide, they're doing a horrible job at it.
Yeah, Hitler did a horrible job too. It should have been.
No, actually, he didn't do a horrible job at all.
You see, Dave, that's not a rebuttal. That's somebody who's uneducated that just spits verbal diarrhea. You actually don't know to keep on subject. That's the problem.
Okay, I'm gonna start this.
War between the label and the artist, and oftentimes you find that the label heads will buy awards.
Whoa.
Good morning. How are you? Good morning, Debbie. Happy Monday. I have been a kinder week on Clubhouse this week.
I hope it's a fun and games kind of week. Like where we do like games and trivia and some shit, like some fun shit. That'd be cool. You know, it's okay that we got a day of. We should. I want to see more of that bringing back to Clubhouse. I want to keep trying to promote that, and when I can do it, I'll try to do something too like that.
I completely forgot my Don't Shoot the Messenger game Friday night too. Those games are so much fun. Now, here's the thing. With Don't Shoot the Messenger, like, you have to be careful because you'll get people that don't like each other and then they start asking, like, really shitty questions. So you gotta, like, kind of put you gotta give a few little parameters on it. But it's so much fun. I don't think I've ever laughed so hard as I have in those rooms.
I would give it maybe a couple of months before playing that.
Right? Yeah. It would definitely only have to be with the right crowd. Because you'd get people who would, let me put this person on the spot. And I can do so anonymously.
I created a game in the Red Room that we played a few times called Truth or Lie, where you just go like in PTR order, where you can go popcorn style if people don't interrupt each other. And basically, you can make a statement that's either something about yourself or a lie, and then it helps. And the cool part about the game is it helps people detect liars, and then also and then if they're telling the truth, you get to learn something about them. So you can only just disclose what you want to, or you can just keep saying lies and try to make it sound really real. It's kind of fun when everyone votes. So after you say your statements, like you can say, I once was a skydiver, but acrobatic skydiver. You don't have to vote with a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I don't know if we can do thumbs up and thumbs downs in here anymore, but something that'd be cool. I used to do that game. It was easy. People could be drunk, people could be high, and they can still play the game. It didn't take too much brain cells to play,
I miss being drunk. I haven't been drunk in so long. Like, I think it's been 2 years.
That's good. Congratulations.
I mean, it just kind of happens, like, no big deal. It's just, it's just, I'm like, oh, man. Just yeah, thanks. Just kind of like, you know what? It's been that long. Damn.
I'm a little bit upset that Carnival Cruise canceled rap music. I was thinking about taking one.
They canceled what?
They're not letting you play rap music?
Apparently, according to the internet.
What? I heard that too.
Communism is going on.
That's interesting. So, like, what? Why? Like, okay. All right, cool. I'm going to be logical about this. Why 4?
Well, pop culture is like hip hop. So like anything hip hop is like a no-go.
I guess they're just not playing it.
Weird. You know what though? When I worked at the Spearmint Rhino, they wouldn't let me play hip hop music. They wanted me to stop playing any kind of rap or hip hop. It had to be like fucking like Cherry Pie and like old rock shit, Led Zeppelin shit, Korn, Deftones. But I couldn't play. I could play R&B. That's the only thing I could get away with. I get away with And I'm talking back in the day, Tony Braxton shit, Sade. But no, I couldn't play any Tupac. I couldn't play no Notorious B.I.G. It was picked.
Well, they just don't want to attract a certain crowd.
Good morning, my friend. Welcome to In the Muff.
Hello, good morning.
Yes.
Hello, my friend.
Oh, wait. Nav, I didn't mean to do that. I'm going to throw you down for just a second. Sorry, only vaginas get modded in the mouth on Monday morning. Oh, here, Joby, let me throw you a little green bean, because you have a vagina. Only the vaginas on Monday mornings. Just because it annoys people.
Go ahead, cranberry muff, a blueberry muff, strawberry muff, raspberry muff. What kind of muff?
Apparently girls aren't supposed to run rooms, y'all. That's what I hear on the street.
What has been such interesting? That's such a complaint.
What?
It's interesting that it's been such a complaint.
Right.
Very interesting.
How's it going?
Good morning, Naveen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, everybody.
Why does he sound like Eeyore this morning, y'all? He has not had coffee. And good morning, Brittany.
I'm actually having my energy drink right now.
Okay.
Ooh, I should go get my Red Bull now too. That's a great idea.
Red Bull.
I don't want to fight.
Just be
I
careful.
gotta be ready.
Just be careful because Red Bull gives you wings.
I know. I don't want to be ready, but a girl's gotta be ready to be in the ring. Ready to go.
So what is everyone's thoughts on National Guard patrolling, DC?
Oh,
Chicago.
I can't wait for it to turn into a Jet 2 holiday. Like, I want to see people get chased, hosed down. Like, I mean, I'm telling you, it needs to happen to me.
Well, I mean, look, one of the concerns I have on this is, if Trump can do this, then what can other presidents do that you or me or others may not like? And I think there needs to be a new conversation. I'm not saying DC is under federal control because technically it's not a state, right? But as far as other states go, right, we need to have a better conversation into what is truly the authority of states, cities, and the presidency or the federal government. And I think understanding that is really, really important. But until then, Trump is saying he's going to send the National Guard to Chicago. What's he going to do in Chicago? I mean, they're saying they won't let him. Can he federalize them? Can he use them to go in there? I mean, he did it in LA, but he had circumstances like protecting federal buildings. So.
But there's already a law in place that prevents him from just being able to unilaterally do it. I mean, Newsom challenged it in the California lawsuit, but because it was defined as an immigration issue, Newsom didn't win. But I think DC is different in that it does fall under his jurisdiction. He can do it in DC. Like, he didn't do anything illegal. And we actually had a guy in here named Trap. One day we did a room on it, and he was a police officer from the DC area. And he said that one of the things that a lot of the people don't realize is that because DC is the national political hub, National Guard is in there almost all of the time for various different crowd control issues and stuff. He was not particularly concerned about the National Guard presence in DC. He was actually more concerned about the FBI coordinating with authorities. He said that was kind of the difference in what Trump did with bringing in the National Guard. So yeah, I don't know.
Here's the thing that I didn't quite understand. Here in California, the National Guard has been here since January. Okay, and at the request of our governor. So to me, it's very strange that when the deportation debacle was going on, that people were jumping up and down, you're going to send the National Guard into California. They were already in the city limits of Los Angeles. Palisades is not its own city. It's within the city limits of Los Angeles. What am I missing here?
Right. Yeah. I think too, like with the California thing, didn't he end up like putting troops, not just National Guard, but actually troops in there too to help with some of that rioting?
I mean, I personally don't live downtown, so I heard that there were, National Guard and military personnel down there, but I don't know the specifics of that. They did a good job controlling the crowd because, I mean, think about this serendipity. They were blocking freeways. USC Hospital is one of the only county hospitals that services this portion of the county of Los Angeles. So the fact that they're even messing with people's access to hospitals, to the freeway, I feel like the National Guard should have been sent in.
And I was going to say anything that involves federal coming in, anything with federal order, simple as moving an ICE vehicle into an area, and if people attack it, then National Guard has full jurisdiction because they protect federal assets, right? So I think you could basically use that as a calling card, right? And can anyone elaborate if that sounds correct?
Yeah, and Sean B, what you said is right. And serendipity, I just wanted to comment, you're correct that Newsom lost the case, but I don't think he lost the case because it was, when I read it, it was, his challenge, Newsom's only challenge was the right paperwork wasn't put in. But the court said that, and this is actually a Obama appointee, but basically said that though the paperwork wasn't filled out right and the request didn't come and said the notification basically that, hey, we're taking the National Guard, because it was in defense of a federal building, it is the president's sole prerogative to defend a federal building. What my concern is in Chicago, he wants to use it in the areas of Chicago where shootings are so high and all that stuff to augment the police force. Well, what would his argument be that, hey, you know what, I have the authority to go in and do it when the governor didn't give me the unilateral support? So I think he's going to rather put FBI agents and others on the ground. It's going to end up being that way, and that is a little bit more disturbing because those people aren't really equipped to handle those kinds of riots and all that kind of stuff. I mean, they're like suited guys and gals with with a gun, right? Maybe they have a bulletproof vest, but that's really it, right? So
See, my understanding with that lawsuit was that Newsom was suing him under that Posse Comitatus Act that basically says there's got to be a separation between military and civilian authority to protect like each state's sovereignty, and that was the angle that Newsom tried to take with Trump, was that he was violating the state's sovereign right to handle that situation without military enforcement, and that it was struck down because Trump ordered the National Guard and those troops in there under the immigration, and that's why it ultimately got shut down on Newsom. I don't know.
I think everything you're saying is correct. Sorry to interrupt you, Serendipity. I was just saying, I think everything you're saying is 100% correct. The only nuance in it is that the court found that Newsom was correct that the law wasn't followed because Trump didn't write a letter saying, Governor Newsom, I am taking the National Guard from you, and there's supposed to be a notification process and a collaborative process, and unfortunately that didn't happen. He just kind of did it, and so then the lawsuit also said that because federal buildings were involved, and yes, it was immigration related.
Right.
So I think we're speaking the same thing. I think it's just there's more nuance to it, but I'm just saying in Chicago, like he doesn't have. So I think there's a lot of people are like, oh, we're gonna have troops on the ground. No, you'll probably have more FBI agents on the ground. But the question is, again, if the president is able to do this, suppose we get a Democrat president, what are they now able to do that we don't like when they get control of the White House? And that's the question.
You know what's really
Well,
funny?
I guess.
Oh, sorry. Go.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was going to derail a little bit and say I thought it was really funny when Monica came into the room. I see a little thing at the top that says, Monica 1K joined us. Speak.
That's our sweet Monica. And I completely forgot what I was going to say. So never mind. Squirrel. Good set.
My question is, I have a question for all of you. Do you think it's going to stay though? So like what's been done in Washington, D.C., I mean, so say so the National Guard gets calmed down, all that, is that going to stay? That's question number one. Like just any of these kinds of movements towards clearing the area, making it more secure and safe for people. My second question, which is now I'm going to blank too. I need coffee apparently. Damn.
Let me answer your first one while you think about the second one. Trump has already said, and if you watch it this weekend, he addressed the people and he said, I am right now spending infrastructure money to fix your roads, to fix the infrastructure around so that we don't have homeless people loitering in different areas, so that we have cleaner streets and we can give you more funding to the police officers and others. So, Trump is trying to use this. It's kind of like with the border, right? Close the shit down, right? All right, now we stop the flowing. now let's clean up all this shit, right? And so he's kind of that's his mentality. And that's going to work in D.C., but it's probably not going to work in New York or Chicago. Maybe Adams lets him do it in New York in exchange for an endorsement. But other than that, I don't think it's going to happen in any other.
Well, yeah, I mean, he was actually really excited to welcome
If you give too much, well, the one thing that I heard is a concern coming from a respectable person that we all know. My friend Bren mentioned that his concern is that giving more power to law enforcement, one thing we don't want to see happen again is where they cross a line and we have another Rodney King kind of disaster. I think it's actually a very valid concern. I hope that I'm sure that it's clear and present to what they can and can't do to maintain law and order. But too much power could be concerning in this situation. Is that a good argument, or is that
Under
It is a good argument, Sean. Comparatively to other states, not so much DC. I guess like my thing with DC is Naveen expressed like interest, like if he's doing this now, what are our future Democrat presidents going to do? Again, what he's doing in DC, he completely has the authority to be able to do. He's not violating any rules, and the DC National Guard is actually trained differently than the National Guard in other states. So I feel like the DC National Guard is more equipped and prepared to act and monitor the way that the civil authorities are trained to act and monitor in DC, because they help out so much with crowd control for different events. I mean, it's our national political hub. So they're a lot more, they fall under that federal jurisdiction, and I think their training is different as opposed to like specific state National Guards.
Unless the Speaker of the House tells them not to show up like January 6th. Sorry.
No, I just wanted to say, like, there's a lot of different police entities also in DC. I got stuck in the middle of a protest there, horrible, and it was a violent protest. I was trying to get to the train station, and all like Amtrak has their own like police presence. And there might have been, 40 Amtrak police that were lining the perimeter of Union Station. And then the park police were the ones that were engaging with the protesters. And actually, like, that's where some of the fighting, like physical fighting, was occurring. Like, there's just so many different entities. We don't think about that. We just think, like, the DC police. But they're already operating in DC other armed law enforcement, if that makes sense. I also wanted to say that I just saw on the news they interviewed, as they're looking at the other cities that he may go into, and they interviewed the head of the Fraternal Order of Police in Philadelphia, which I pray they come in because it's a shit show. And he's like welcoming. He said, we work with the federal law enforcement all the time. We have a great relationship with them, and we'd be perfectly fine. Like we welcome it. So I think if you listen to the actual people in law enforcement, they're positive about it. It's just in DC, the 90% of the citizens that are Democrats that live there that decided to go nuts on the subject.
And this may be another one of Trump's political geniuses. So what I mean by that is, Trump brought up these small issues that every American could address, like what was happening with illegal immigrants. Okay, Kate Steinle, if you remember, in 2016, who got killed by an illegal immigrant, and local issues like the one he brought up during this campaign, which was resolved right after the election. I forgot their name, right? The lady who we named the park after in New Mexico, right? He brings up these issues and he forces the Democrats to have to either agree with him that, yes, this is an issue we need to do, which the average person would look and say, like you said, holy shit, parts of Philly is a shithole. Like, someone's got to do something, right? But then no one does anything, right? So I think, he may be a genius in the sense of doing it and then forcing those states to have to defend criminals and others. And then everyone just goes, what the hell's wrong with you? Why can't you call these people out? Why can't you say sorry for allowing them? It's fascinating, Abby, when you say that. I kind of...
It's not even just that, like, it's some of these other cities, like, you cannot go to Camden, New Jersey. You take your life in your hands. It's even scary driving through it to try to get from Philly to the turnpike in Jersey. I mean, if you break down in Camden or have to stop even for gasoline, good luck. So, I mean, there are places that are in great need of it, and their policing has just not gone anywhere. I mean, I would probably argue that with some other cities in Jersey as well, maybe with Newark, and I mean, I can see it, and I think you really have to look at who's in DC, who lives there, who lives in the district, and some of the areas that are in great need of policing. Like, you know, I mean, maybe I assume you go to DC. I go to DC a lot. I can't walk around like I used to. I mean, it's coming, like, leaving even like a Capitals game and going back to my hotel. It's not the same. I don't walk at night like I used to there.
And where is this at, in Philly?
No, well, Philly's a whole other story. Like, that really has issues in the center city. I was talking about DC, where they are now. I mean, it's not the same as it used to be walking around at night. And the areas in DC that they revitalized, you know, that they put all this money in are, you know, crap again, some of them. Like the 14th and 15th around Rhode Island, that whole area got changed, and now it's rough again. But yeah, Philadelphia for sure. Down Center City is that you've got, you know, I hate using this because it sounds like I'm just coining a trite term, but you have a Soros DA that has just, you know, let repeat offenders out. People are not going to jail. The cops are arresting them, but they're out on the streets, and the downtown is rough. I can't walk at night also like I used to. It's not the same. So it's welcomed, and from what I heard today, it'd be welcomed by the police there. I'm talking back and forth between two cities.
Do you guys feel like it's more dangerous now than it ever has been?
In these cities?
It's everywhere, just like a U.S. thing. It's like a U.S. thing.
That's interesting, because I lived in D.C., in that area that I was just talking about, and it, like, where I lived, and I was young, I was working at the Hill, and it was, that area had, like, one block away was where the hookers and the drug dealers were. It was a really bad area. And then I
porque no me aguanto la mañana. Así vienes, a mi cama, a mi cama. Esa no me la forma, se la paso diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la mañana. Así vienes, a mi cama, a mi cama. Esa no me la forma, se la paso diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la mañana. Así vienes, a mi cama, a mi cama. Esa no me la forma, se la paso diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la mañana. Así vienes, a mi cama, a mi cama. Esa no me la forma, se la paso diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la mañana. Así vienes, a mi cama, a mi cama. Esa no me la forma, se la paso diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la mañana. Así vienes, a mi cama, a mi cama. Esa no me la forma, se la paso diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la mañana. Así vienes, a mi cama, a mi cama. Esa no me la forma, se la paso diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la mañana. Así vienes, a mi cama, a mi cama. Esa no me la forma, se la paso diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la mañana. Así vienes, a mi cama, a mi cama. Esa no me la forma, se la paso diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la mañana. Así vienes, a mi cama, a mi cama. Esa no me la forma, se la paso diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la mañana. Así vienes, a mi cama, a mi cama. Esa no me la forma, se la paso diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la mañana. Así vienes, a mi cama, a mi cama. Esa no me la forma, se la paso diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la mañana. Así vienes, a mi cama, a mi cama. Esa no me la forma, se la paso diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la mañana. Así vienes, a mi cama, a mi cama. Esa no me la forma, se la paso diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la mañana. Así vienes, a mi cama, a mi cama. Esa no me la forma, se la paso diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la mañana. Así vienes, a mi cama, a mi cama. Esa no me la forma, se la paso diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la mañana. Así vienes, a mi cama, a mi cama. Esa no me la forma, se la paso diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la mañana. Así vienes, a mi cama, a mi cama. Esa no me la forma, se la paso diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la mañana. Así vienes, a mi cama, a mi cama. Esa no me la forma, se la paso diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la mañana. Así vienes, a mi cama, a mi cama. Esa no me la forma, se la paso diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la mañana. Así vienes, a mi cama, a mi cama. Esa no me la forma, se la paso diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la mañana. Así vienes, a mi cama, a mi cama. Esa no me la forma, se la paso diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la mañana. Así vienes, a mi cama, a mi cama. Esa no me la forma, se la paso paso el día diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la maquinata. Así vienes a mi cama, a mi cama. La fama, se la paso el día diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la maquinata. Así vienes a mi cama, a mi cama. La fama, se la paso el día diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la maquinata. Así vienes a mi cama, a mi cama. La fama, se la paso el día diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la maquinata. Así vienes a mi cama, a mi cama. La fama, se la paso el día diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la maquinata. Así vienes a mi cama, a mi cama. La fama, se la paso el día diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la maquinata. Así vienes a mi cama, a mi cama. La fama, se la paso el día diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la maquinata. Así vienes a mi cama, a mi cama. La fama, se la paso el día diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la maquinata. Así vienes a mi cama, a mi cama. La fama, se la paso el día diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la maquinata. Así vienes a mi cama, a mi cama. La fama, se la paso el día diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la maquinata. Así vienes a mi cama, a mi cama. La fama, se la paso el día diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la maquinata. Así vienes a mi cama, a mi cama. La fama, se la paso el día diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la maquinata. Así vienes a mi cama, a mi cama. La fama, se la paso el día diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la maquinata. Así vienes a mi cama, a mi cama. La fama, se la paso el día diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la maquinata. Así vienes a mi cama, a mi cama. La fama, se la paso el día diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la maquinata. Así vienes a mi cama, a mi cama. La fama, se la paso el día diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la maquinata. Así vienes a mi cama, a mi cama. La fama, se la paso el día diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la maquinata. Así vienes a mi cama, a mi cama. La fama, se la paso el día diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la maquinata. Así vienes a mi cama, a mi cama. La fama, se la paso el día diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la maquinata. Así vienes a mi cama, a mi cama. La fama, se la paso el día diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la maquinata. Así vienes a mi cama, a mi cama. La fama, se la paso el día diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la maquinata. Así vienes a mi cama, a mi cama. La fama, se la paso el día diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la maquinata. Así vienes a mi cama, a mi cama. La fama, se la paso el día diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la maquinata. Así vienes a mi cama, a mi cama. Déjame la forma, se la pasé diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la más de nada. Así vienes a mi cama, a mi cama. Déjame la forma, se la pasé diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la más de nada. Así vienes a mi cama, a mi cama. Déjame la forma, se la pasé diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la más de nada. Así vienes a mi cama, a mi cama. Déjame la forma, se la pasé diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la más de nada. Así vienes a mi cama, a mi cama. Déjame la forma, se la pasé diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la más de nada. Así vienes a mi cama, a mi cama.
So stoked that we don't.
Déjame la forma, se la pasé diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la más de nada. Así vienes a mi cama, a mi cama. Déjame la forma, se la pasé diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto la más de nada. Así vienes a mi cama.
4 in the morning, training clients as early as 6:30 a.m. And it's been like 82 degrees in there. Just get the whole. It's an older office building, but it just holds the heat. I'm like, oh my god, we need some. I have fans that work fine, but it's nice to have a little air conditioning. Gives a little that extra touch for fitness, you know. So teach, I have a Pilates studio. If you don't know.
Is this like an office that's like up on a 5th or 6th floor or something?
Oh no, it's bottom floor. But it's an older building. So this place heat.
Okay. Well, one thing about California, you can get all the weathers in one day. I was there in May for 10 days, and I feel like it was really like fallish, like, 5 a.m., 4 a.m. to maybe 7:30 or 8. And then you got, maybe by noon, you got your spring weather. And then by 5 or 6, you're like, shit, it's hot. Let me take all this off.
Right.
But
right.
yeah. But I'm your neighbor, so I'm just right across by the Cardinals Stadium. So, we're pretty high. We don't get the good weather that you guys get over there. We get just straight heat, and it's not good.
Yeah, you have to have. Yeah, we're not like most of the places over here aren't equipped with air conditioning because you just need it for a short time. It's good to have them down. But yeah, this morning, for example, humid as hell, 56 degrees Fahrenheit this morning at like 3. I was up at 3 a.m. 56 and humid. And I'll tell you, by like 12 o'clock today, it'll be 80 degrees and dry heat. Talk about sinuses, like going from like literally 30 to 40 degree temperature changes. It's bipolar as hell over here in California. I guess that means it does. There is some resemblance there for California, the bipolar. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just anticipating on September to go by as fast as August did, because I looked up, it was August, and now we're like getting ready to be in September. So usually when we get to October, the weather is beautiful for the rest of the 7 or 8 months out the year. So I see, things over here in AZ is getting congested because everyone wants to benefit off our weather. But that's like when it's better weather, like around the October to April. So,
Okay, I got you now. You said Cardinals. I was thinking baseball. I'm like, oh, Arizona Cardinals football. Okay, I got you now. Okay, yeah, Arizona, definitely. I'm like St. Louis Cardinals. What the hell? I'm all, wait, I don't think they got good weather. You guys get the rubber burns off your shoes in Arizona though at times. Like when you hit 120, I mean, you guys have had some crazy summers over there. Like I have a lot of friends that left California because just obviously affordability, and then you got an influx of Californians moving into Arizona. And now they wish they could come back, but it's so expensive.
Yeah, they want to come back because they want to come back. We're people want to go back because, for one, it is too hot, and for two, you have to be degreed up to get paid over here. A lot of people think they're going to come over here and get paid like California, and it's just not that. You have to be degreed up here, you know, just in order to live comfortable. Because over here, it's really, like, they're not going to pay you good over here if you don't have that.
Yeah, if I wasn't in a relationship, I could probably move anywhere I wanted to freely with that degree. Well, I have my degrees in fitness, physical therapy, Pilates, so I can take that anywhere I go and still charge the same amount, which is nice.
Oh, yeah, you get treated good over here. Yeah, you wouldn't struggle here.
Yeah, I have a few friends that moved to Scottsdale.
Living in Massachusetts, that's my guess.
Alright, so let me go back to Massachusetts. So the total number percentage, 16%. Yeah, I gotta dig into that. Yeah, Massachusetts. Oh, here we go. Massachusetts is one of the wealthiest states in America, but nearly 1/4 of its citizens still rely on SNAP.
Wait, hold on. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And you know, because we both, like, Massachusetts it surprised me as well. And so for each household member per day, the average SNAP benefit is $6.44 per day. $6.44 per day.
Okay, but can somebody like Joe on stage? Because I'm trying to figure out what she means by the birth rate for whites are about to explode. What that's supposed to mean?
That's what they want. That's what they want.
You talking about?
Nah, they definitely want more births. That's what this whole thing has been about. They want more births. They want white folks to have more babies. That is a fact. That is, and I said this before. This whole deportation thing.
Let me tell you something. See, I will drag your fucking weird ass around this motherfucker. Keep playing with me. Keep playing with me, because you the one that's on assistance because you retarded.
Okay.
That's the problem. You get SSI.
I'm in the chat.
Fucking playing with me, okay?
All right, let me look at the chat.
I'm gonna ignore you from this point on. But keep my name off your fucking thumbs, you weird ass bitch. I'm gonna start dragging your dumb ass. I'm gonna make you cry. I suggest you leave me alone. Thank you. What the fuck wrong with you, Rose? You're white. You're a white woman. You need to be outside protesting with all that goddamn mouth and all that fast talking shit you be doing. You need to fucking do something with your white skin. Stop talking to us black people. We don't have your privilege, white lady. Okay? There's things that you can do that we can't. Do it. Stop talking to us. Thank you. You ain't fucking Woody. I need to go outside, hold hands with a motherfucking sign and tell them to do something. Because y'all both get on my fucking nerves. I'm sick of y'all. Yes, I'm bringing you up in it. Because that's your girlfriend and you need to get that bitch under control. Sick of y'all. Both of y'all. What? Water. Yeah, so that's why your dumb ass is underwater right now. I'm just. All I told this bitch was to stay on mute. And she wanted to go off on me. I will beat you up in real life. Stop playing with me. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Y'all get courage on the internet. I don't have that type of time.
Yeah, don't get her too much more energy, man. We was having a good. Yeah, we was having.
Yeah, I don't know if she's on the phone or not, but she needs to shut the fuck up. For real. I'm telling you.
You got an issue.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, see, control your fucking self in the chat, please, so we're not distracted.
So I'm trying to figure out, Joe, what you mean, though. You said that white people are going to have explosive birth rates, but now you're saying that your kids are Hawaiian and your grandkids are black. Well, how does that equate to the white people having fucking
explosion of birth rates. I need to understand it. I'm really confused right now.
I don't know. I'm doing a million things at
Yeah,
once.
she's probably a white supremacist, that's all. So she loves, trying to meddle in these chats all the time. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the last I heard, they was dying up. So.
Nah,
Maybe she knows something that
she's excited for more whites because she just comes into these rooms and trolls about quote unquote school choice and how pride in black communities is up and all that kind of shit. She's another fucking white racist lady on this app. She provides no value other than her paid ops talking point.
And look, Brooklyn, don't none of y'all allow somebody to pigeonhole y'all into this black on black crime. There's white on white crime, there's Asian on Asian crime. I think when they first hit us with that, we don't even stop and think. It's white on white crime. Yeah, I mean, forget crime is crime. Yeah, don't let them. They do that to diffuse you and confuse you when they say shit like that. You know, that's what's gonna happen. You go in any black area, any white area, and whatever the murder rates are, those are white folks killing white folks. Like stop it. Don't let them get y'all off, man. I got a whole list of their distraction tactics, and that's number one. And people go on these arguments about black on black crime. That's a fake out there. Don't go for it, y'all. You gotta be smarter than that.
Definitely no. I'll fall for that because I already know my crime rate. So that never bothered me ever before, but it's just like when people try to make it seem like this is just isolated incident. Like they people, if I can do some violent, if not more violent, that's when I be like, okay, yeah, let's come to reality. Cause now you're just lying. And let me tell y'all, MAGA people, something that's in the chat. You do not feel like, I think that it would be perfect if everything that you believed in was the truth, but you base your whole life off of a lie. I don't understand. And you troll. Like, you are grown adults on the internet trolling like children. Why do you think that you need respect? You don't get any. Because honestly, yes, real life gotta suck. Because ain't no fucking way in the world I'm just gonna be living the best life that I could possibly live and get on the internet and get on people's nerves. Now, that means something wrong with y'all. So I'm just gonna take it as all of y'all retarded. And we're gonna live right there. We're gonna sit right there. And that's that. Y'all just retarded. And I'm really not I'm gonna start really ignoring y'all at this point. This is the point.
You know, stories that are made up for countries. It's like it's this myth making. This is how you got this stupid ass story. Washington never tell a lie. Even though he had his fucking teeth from enslaved people, right? And so they just make shit up. Columbia discovered America. No, the fuck he didn't, right? So they just make up stories as a myth. It's like the story of Superman. It's like everything's a fucking avatar. It's not really about truth.
They lied and told us he had wooden teeth. And he was stealing teeth from enslaved people. It's crazy. Nobody wants you to come up. You definitely gonna get disrespected. That's a fact. I don't have respect for stupid people.
She's a fucking coward. She never comes up anyway. She just boot her out of the room because she gets off of this.
Okay, I found something very interesting. Let me read this to you guys. Because it seems when I do searches for white on white crime and all of that, they always revert back to black. They always revert back to abstractness. This is crazy. I got to talk to my tech guys on this. But rates of white on white and black homicides, and they always go to homicides. I'm looking for crime, and they always revert back. They're doing their measurements by homicide. I want to look crimes up, but for some reason, when you do these searches, they circle back around to homicides. They measure homicide, not crimes. And it says here, overall, most homicides in the United States are interracial. The rates of white-on-white and black-on-black killings are similar, both long-term and in individual years. Between 1980 and 2008, the United States Department of Justice found that 84% of white victims were killed by white offenders, and 93% of victims were killed by black offenders. So basically what they're saying is there is parity in that. So white-on-white crime is a real thing. White-on-white murder is a real thing. And it's the end of the story. So there's no disparity between the groups. They kill each other just as much as we kill each other. Our rates are a little higher, but not anything significant to make it seem like black people are predators of crime and super thugs. And when we talk about the crime bill that happened, that was signed at that time, it wasn't politicians that were calling us predatory. It was the psychiatrists and psychologists that were moving this ideology along. And that is what politicians use to justify their policies. Like a lot of those professionals were never held accountable for the way they did the analysis to portray us as sexual deviants and prone to crime and all that. Nobody really addressed that culture that created that propaganda about us.
You know, that's the same language they use to justify enslavement.
Yep, exactly.
That's why I said when Dr. Carr explains it, it's called myth-making. Because they got to tell a lie to themselves just to feel justified in how they treat us. That's why when we weren't considered human until the 13th Amendment, right? So
we see it in D.C. We see it in D.C. right now. They're justifying.
Because if it was really about crime, they would send them bitches to Anchorage, Alaska. But they ain't gonna do that though.
Nah, and last time I checked, when we did need federal law enforcement, when we needed on January 6th, this is a man who just allowed that shit to happen. He didn't see an emergency then when people were freaking storming the Capitol, defecating on desks and behaving the way they was behaving. This man didn't deploy any troops. He didn't deploy the National Guard or anything. He did nothing. And then pardoned over 1,500 people that were acting like savages in the pursuit of happiness. But when it comes to black folks, as long as black folks are the face of crime, and y'all know any of us that's been to D.C., we know what that is. Now, it's locked them up.
You know what it is that they don't consider themselves criminals. This is why even when they talk white crime,
they don't.
Or even hell, they didn't even consider the lynching of Emmett Till a crime.
That is correct.
And then they fuck around and told a lie saying that it was the black people that did it.
That is correct. You said it, man. That's what they're doing with this deportation thing. They're labeling it as if all the people that they are deporting are violent criminals. And that just simply is not. I pulled the data sets myself. And so that is just simply not the truth. It is just simply not the truth. Hey.
So you're saying everybody they're deporting is not a criminal? Hello? What you said, babe? And I was asking Robert and Ty, they're having this back and forth conversation, and I just asked, so everybody that is being deported is not a criminal? Because he said it's a lie that everyone's being deported are a criminal. So just adding and wondering if anybody in your research, has anybody deported a criminal? Ty, Robert.
75%. I think 75% of the people that's been deported haven't gone through due process. So no, they wouldn't be a criminal if they haven't gone through due process. They haven't gone to see a judge. They were just deported. One at least to El Salvador. And then outside of the El Salvador situation, a lot of these people that are being deported, and that was just like the due process situation, right? So you got some of these women that's just being deported, or you got children being deported for showing up for an interview. So we'd have to like look at the numbers overall. That 75% number came from a report when they were talking about El Salvador and the deportations to CCOT. So the people that said CCOT, 75% of them have not gone through due process. I mean, like, and the problem with this due process thing, like, what does that look like for American citizens? Like, you can't sit on your thumbs and say he's an illegal, so fuck him, right? So you guys got to take into consideration what legislation looks like for the future if we ignore due process. Especially when you like to come on the app and say that, what does it look like for Black Americans or African Americans or Hispanic Americans, or like over policing? Like, you gotta really look at what's going on with these illegal immigrants, how us ignoring what's going on, whether they like you or not, whether they voted your way or not, or their brothers or cousins that are illegals that were able to voted your way or not. Like, you have to support certain things, because if you don't, then guess what? This is something that's gonna like funnel down into our own community. Because when you ignore it, legislation is made. Nobody's fighting it. So yeah.
That brings to mind that for me, I've shared and I share it again, that the Martin E. Mueller home. He's the former pastor or religious leader during the Nazi era, and his famous poem "They Came" is, first they came for the trade unionists. I wasn't a trade unionist. I didn't speak out. Then socialists, and then they came for the Jews, and then they came for me, and no one was there to speak up for me, and that's why, to that poem, and I just gave the abbreviation of it, or Cliff Note version, but that's why it's important to fight for due process, in my opinion, because a lot of the emphasis was and is on, well, Kilmar, Garcia, he should have been here, and blah blah blah. Y'all propping this person up like he's a savior. Like, no, look at due process, because if they could do that to him, whether he was here legally or illegally, what happens to any one of us? So anyway, due process. Shout out.
Right, because people don't listen to the arguments whenever certain things go to the Supreme Court, right? So when they do the oral arguments, there's certain questions asked. The dissent opinions are written, and then legislation, like or understanding of the Constitution by the Supreme Court is given. So then it can support something, and what you fail to realize is because of the oral arguments, because of the opinions that's made, it can actually indirectly affect you as a legal citizen. So, like, I don't care if someone says that, them Hispanics, the Mexicans that Texas, they think they're white, they're racist. Guess what? I don't give a fuck if they are racist. When it's certain things that affect us as a community, whether they're racist, they're freaking gay, they're straight, their cookies, their ice creams, they identify as a furry, guess what? You gotta fucking fight for that legislation to not be pushed, because it can affect your community.
Hello.
Hey, baby.
I'm back.
I see that.
You just in the back. All right, husbands, cut it out.
I'm looking at Rodney. He's in the chat talking about, nope, I'm a Black American and do not care. You're the one that's being over policed, Rodney. You're Black, you're a man. And you guys are getting longer prison sentences for the same crimes that are done by other communities. So, holla at your boys, sis.
You in America is you may not feel the pressure.
I'm not fear-mongering you. Just telling you basic shit. I lived in New York City for so long, almost all my entire life until I joined the military. I'll tell you this. You ever tried to stop a cab? Mel, you better tell him. Stop a cab by being a Black man. See how many cabs stop for your ass.
Good luck. You better get walking.
Mm-hmm. You know how many Black males will be like, hey, do you mind trying to stop this cab for me?
You know how many times I had to do it for some of my coworkers? We'd be leaving work at like 1 a.m. and they would stay over on this side, and I would hail the cab. I had to do it like so many times I can't.
And it has nothing to do with nighttime or daytime. They're not stopping for neither time.
Oh yeah.
You a Black male.
Oh, for sure.
Because in their mind, it's like, yo, they about to rob me. They don't give that shit don't only happen at nighttime.
My dad
Because you a Black male.
My husband said you gotta wear a cardigan for them to pick you up.
He ain't lying.
That's what a comedian said. That's what one of the comedians said.
He said, I ain't some problem outfit. He wears a cardigan with a bow tie.
Not a bow tie. He said that's his I ain't no problem outfit. A cardigan and a bow tie.
Yeah, dandy outfit.
Y'all keep playing with him. He talking about fear-mongering my ass. I'm telling you reality, bro. Where the fuck you live? So you probably one of those ain't got a job. Or you ain't been outside. Maybe get your ass outside and see what's going on. See how some of this shit affects you. Well, anyway, let me go ahead and look up another article, y'all, while we having these conversations. Let me see. What's going on? CBS, ABC, NBC. Shit. I love your Birkin bag, Womack. I told what's her name, we had a Birkin bag. I said Birkin bag or bust. The only people that know about these type of rooms is Lisa, and she's at work. But yeah, me and Lisa had a Birkin bag room one night, and we was calling people Dusties, just arguing on stage. We was like, you Dusties, I need a Birkin bag. We was trolling. I don't need no Birkin bag. I'd like one day, but
You can get a Birkin. You can get a Birkin.
no, I'm not. I can probably get one on the Real, a used one. But like, and then it wouldn't be the 35 cash.
They're just weird with their client list. I don't know. I see some weird people who.
Oh, I know how to do it. I know how to do it. So, not the skipping line, but as a regular Douglas chick like PA. So, you gotta buy her meds. And the associates, what they do is they put your name on the list. You wearing regular bags. The only problem with the burqa bags is the one that comes available, even though, let's say you want a regular 35. If a crocodile comes up, you gotta buy that bitch. Because if you don't buy it, you fall all the way back to the bottom. They're not giving you options because you're a regular, schmegular chick like me. So,
You're gonna pay that crocodile price.
right, and the crocodile's not 35. That's a lot more than 35. I think the crocodile's like 45. So, that means I'll be fucking walking because that's almost the price of a car. So that's why I'm not invested in a Birkin like that.
That's part of your safe house when the world goes to shit.
Yeah, I don't own any bag. I just don't wear bags.
Oh, I love bags.
I think, yeah, I'm just.
Okay.
My wife would be trying to get me to put a little purse on with a wallet or something. She's like, why you gotta hold everything in your hand? I'm like, I'm on fight mode, bro. I can put my phone. Like, I don't know. I just need bags.
No, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take.
But I love me some sneakers. You see, everybody has their thing. So there's girls that like their shoes or they like their bags. Me, I love me some sneakers. I don't care if they're the same style. They made them in a different color, and I like them. I gotta get them. Yeah, I love me some sneakers.
That was cute. Mel said she let him sneakers.
Yeah, I love sneakers.
Island.
But I don't do Jordans no more because I'm already pushing 40.
And
so,
I will
just any type of Nikes.
Your helmet. I hear my girls, they will say, "Where is your helmet?" And remind
I got one pair of New Balance because I just like the colors. The bad thing about it is only worn one time, and I was like,
I didn't see that many people trying that in Atlanta, but
I buy running shoes.
Oh, yeah, I love running shoes.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, Asics is by far one of the best running shoes. Asics, even though people we all Brooks for shoes.
And I wouldn't really consider myself a runner because I don't run outside. But I still like running shoes. They're just comfortable, and I just like running shoes. And I just got the girls a few pairs of New Balances too.
Yeah, New Balances are super cute because they come with these cute colors.
Mm-hmm. And then they have little feet. They look so cute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love the New Balance colors and the New Balances.
Oh, I even got them a pair of so I got them 3 pairs of New Balance, and I got them a pair of Adidas Classics from back in the days. Yeah.
Got some Adidas too. I got the
they're all white and they got like the pink in the back, like baby pink.
And I got some but I don't even wear my shell toes. Them shits look brand. They still got the stuffing in the shit. It's probably warm like I like the I got some Adidas that I do like to wear with my little pants the other day. Yeah.
Cut these off the air tights and cut this one too.
Somebody said Adidas.
Yeah.
That's my shoe. I can take a selfie shit. A PTR right now. I've been working on my closet because I have to change it over to winter. So it's going to take me a month to change it back to winter. But Adidas, all the way up from the floor to the ceiling, boxes of Adidas. So check out my page if you want to buy some. And I have a Coach bag for sale that I've never worn. I'm going to put that shit up. I was going through my closet. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I don't do bags either, Mel. But my mom insists on buying this shit. And I got a Coach. Do people still wear Coach? I got a Coach bag that's really nice. My mom gave me.
Yeah, they just can't. They're trying to rebrand Coach, I guess. And they came back out with a line and stuff. They're trying to rebrand it.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell this one. I know there's some old white women out there with this Coach. Raise your hand. I put it in my PTR. It's black, and I got this other. I gotta get the name of this.
white bag, but I think it's it could be Chanel. I'm not sure, but y'all want to buy it, I'm selling.
Oh, that's a Chanel bag. Is it a quilted original or is it?
I'm gonna drag it out, Patty. I took it out yesterday and put it up against the wall, like separated it. So I took a picture of it.
When I went into the, I like the boy bags, even though they weren't so hot a couple years ago. I love them.
The souvenir.
No, they're fucking expensive.
So how did
the Chanel bag?
No, the UH like gear. Like gear. They have a contract with Lululemon, so they have Lululemon attire, then they have Champion, then they have Jordan, then they have Nike. But we know with their logo and stuff. I'm like, shit. She picked out like 2 hoodies. The girls picked out bears, and then Kylie picked a cap. Yeah, and I bought some keychains for my mom, my dad, and my husband. And that's it. But I didn't know that Lululemon did a contract with them, and they're advertising their clothes. So I'm like, I can't. Fucking $200 for a pair of leggings.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
So you better go get that Amazon. Get me that UH logo. I'll stitch that bitch up on the Amazon pair of leggings. Stop playing with me.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Go to the Lululemon store at $98. Fuck that.
So yeah, because what they're doing is they're pricing up so that Lululemon can get a cut and then UH gets a cut.
Right, you can go buy an iron-on and iron that shit on yourself.
Yep.
You spend that much money. And the iron-ons are on Amazon for like 99 cents, so fuck that.
Yeah, they have some, they got some cute, little bodysuits and little tops,
Lululemon. I remember when Lululemon was like super fucking crazy. It's not as crazy as it used to be.
Yeah.
ALO is honestly so like, if you're doing compression leggings, I think ALO is probably better. When what's her name? What is ALO? Because my daughter wanted ALO. I was like ALO.
Yeah.
Those are like yoga.
I was looking at Monica, the singer. She had a nice aloe windbreaker outfit.
Yeah, they got some really cute stuff. And then they're like maybe $20 cheaper than Lululemon. Like you can actually get aloe leggings for like $78, $80. Like now some of them are a little bit expensive, but those are the ones you really wouldn't even really wear like that. You can get a whole goddamn jumpsuit for like $140 from so like they got some good. And their matching sets are cute. Oh my god. Anyways, let me see. I was supposed to be looking at something and we get distracted. Let me see.
Westmore. Trump told Westmore he better learn how to pick his enemies. He told Westmore, you better stop talking shit. I'm paraphrasing. Because your city's fucked up. And I just gave you a lot of money to replace that fucking bridge. And now you're talking shit? Quote unquote.
Okay, so Trump is funny, y'all. I don't give a fuck. Hold on.
photos of receipts, tap, and sort transactions automatically. Categorize. Now to some more of the news regarding President Trump trying to send and deploy more National Guard troops to several states across the country. As we take a live look here at the White House in Washington, D.C. The president posting via Truth Social a quite lengthy post that I do want to bring on your screen now as we follow the latest. So take a look. It says this: Governor Westmore of Maryland has asked in a rather nasty and provocative tone that I quote, walk the streets of Maryland with him. I assume he is talking about out of control crime rate in Baltimore. As president, I would much prefer that he clean up this crime disaster before I go there for a walk. Westmore's record on crime is a very bad one, unless he fudges his figures on crime like many of the other blue states are doing. But if Westmore needs help like Gavin Newsom did in LA, I will send the troops, which is being done in nearby DC, and quickly clean up the crime. After only 1 week, there is no crime and no murder in DC. When it is like that in Baltimore, I will proudly walk the streets with the failing because of the crime governor of Maryland. P.S. Baltimore is ranked the fourth worst city in the nation in crime and murder. Stop talking and get to work, Wes. I'll then see you on the streets. Also, I gave Westmore a lot of money to fix his demolished bridge. I will now have to rethink that decision. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Make America Great Again, President DJT. So that is just the latest post via Truth Social from President Trump regarding the deployment of more National Guard troops. And here we have a post on X from the Governor Westmore saying this: I will not authorize the use of the Maryland National Guard for any mission that isn't mission critical or mission aligned. Full stop. We are following this very closely here at Live Now from Fox, and we'll have to wait and see how many more National Guard troops are stationed in several cities and states across the country.
Okay. Trump a funny ass dude, yo.
He acts like he's America's dad.
He told him, you failing. Westmore is not failing. So we just have to be strategic in how we answer. We take a cue from Gavin Newsom. Instead of Newsom, is New Handsome. We'll take a cue from you know how I feel about my man. Y'all can tell yo. But no, I'm serious. We just have to be more strategic in how we answer him. Fuck that nigga. And he's talking about, I gotta reconsider. The bridge is already built, right? What you gonna do now? What's next?
Funny ass. But Trump is funny, y'all. I mean, scary as fuck, but funny. That's a funny dude.
And Water, would you do me a favor, Water? I know they've been knowing you for the last couple of days, and I'm not going to join the crew, but I just have one request. Can you just move out of California so it'd be one less knucklehead that is there talking about, you talk shit about your own state. I don't understand that. Most people just get up, get a U-Haul, put their 4 pieces of furniture and their
you
2
wasn't
outfits.
Gonna pile on.
I'm not. I'm just asking you. Go ahead, move, bro. It's that simple.
I run this bitch. This thing's gonna collapse if I leave. Are you kidding me? God damn. I'm the last saving grace. I'm the only New Yorker left. There ain't gonna be no more New Yorkers here.
How did you get a New Yorker? What is from New York?
I'm from Long Island.
He's from Long Island. That ain't New York.
Long Island. Long Island.
Yeah, we're not taking you back.
New York.
Hey guys, Lisa, that Westmore thing that you were talking about Trump paying all that money for his bridge to fix the bridge.
Yeah.
The bridge was fixed. The bridge was fixed under Biden. That was before Donald Trump got elected.
No, you say.
Yeah. Trump is a liar, and he doesn't know what day it is.
The sin of many and make intercession for the transgressors. And what does Jesus say? He is the only mediator between God and man.
I'm not even gonna say his name, but did y'all know that his whole family is banned from doing any charity work in New York because they stole from a cancer charity? I'm reading.
Yeah, we know about that cancer charity thing, but you know, a conversation Patty was having yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I don't remember, but you know, he's not welcome. Trump is not welcome. That's why you'll never see him. He'll never be invited to any of these parties in Hudson Valley. Nothing. He won't see nobody from Hudson Valley around him. It's just like he is the biggest piece of garbage as far as New York is concerned, and continues to give us a bad name. This is what we put out in the world, Trumps.
Yeah, he's only allowed in Notorious's house, and Manfinity's house, TC's house.
He's wanted at this point in some states.
You guys are gonna crack up. I don't know what's going on with this effing app, but I fell out the room yesterday. I don't know what happened, so I just went back in. I thought I was going back in. And it was, when I went back in the room, it was I thought it was politically correct. I swear, otherwise I would have kept my fucking mouth shut and just left. But when I went in, I was on stage. How did that happen? So Notorious was modded, and another person named Vanessa was modded, and I nearly lost my mind. I thought it was politically correct. I said...
You know, Notorious ain't getting no vibe.
Wait, Daddy! I swear, I don't know. I wouldn't have been on stage, and I wouldn't have come off mic. And I said, who the fuck modded you, Notorious? It's like, what are you talking about? I said, who the fuck modded you? And you're saying the same shit you say every day about black people not understanding the process, Dems is losing. That's all you got every fucking day. And he goes, well, if I say it every day, then it must be true. I said, Vanessa, politically correct.
Make that make sense.
Tearing up their room, talking shit. Oh my God. Don't watch this app, because when you jump out, I don't know how it happened, and I thought I jumped back in. I was in a whole nother fucking room. So, right, Notorious? Is he here? No,
he's not here. Right, that's funny.
He'll never, ever. I'm getting another phone so I can do anonymous. Hell yeah. Order one today, so I can do the anonymous shit around this app, because I've heard some crazy shit when you're sitting in there anonymously, because my daughter has anonymous, and she's like, girl, you should hear some of the shit that's being said by certain people about certain people.
Your dog is wild. I want to get a second one just so that I can do AI. You know what I'm saying?
Clubhouse. She thinks a lot of y'all are stupid on there.
Mad at her either.
She was like, Laura, she thinks you're crazy.
It's okay. It's alright.
She actually was like,
you're a little crazy.
I said you were crazy, and she was like, he is crazy, Mom. Like, why is he on stage?
Not why is he on stage?
She got smoke from me. Why is she harsh, huh? Tell me how she really feels.
I'll let you hear her say it. Yeah. She was like, he's weird.
How old is she? She's
18.
She has great intuition already.
Oh, Jeremy, I saw that already.
She is realized. Give her some years in the real world. She'll be like, oh yeah, water was right. Fuck all this shit.
She's really progressive. But...
What? These college girls are smart. You gotta stop.
Yeah, they smarter than some of us who, way ahead of their time. Yeah. When I was her age, I was not as mature and advanced as she is. But I just wish, their decision making was a little bit better. But she's smart. But listen, Jeremy, you're right, Jeremy. I went to sleep with that bullshit last night about the slow walking coup that President Trump is supposedly setting up here by sending the armed military into the states. So the idea is, or the thought is, that when the elections come up, even if the Dems do win, that they're not going to be certified because Trump's going to send in the military. Is that what you heard, Jeremy?
Yeah, he's setting it up so that way he can do any blocks that he wants. Nobody's going to... Basically, like, January 6th was a beta test.
So all right, let's see what we got to do to set it up so that way we can protect prevent the certification. And then now they're gonna flip it, make it so that way if the Democrats win, or if they try to steal it, and the Democrats kind of try to do their own January 6th, they got the military already in the position. So yeah, he pretty much laid out the playbook for what's gonna happen in the next election.
That was the whole.
Wait a minute. So we gotta go on review.
Lisa, I thought you said you were talking about this last night. You didn't kill Patty to the info?
No. I said I was sleeping. No, Jeremy, you didn't hear me correctly. I said I went to sleep to this last night. I was hearing it on 24/7 and on News One for New York. So they were talking about how he is setting up this dry run coup shit. So I was like, okay, let me sit up for a minute. And I listened to it and it made hella sense. So I just saw you typing in the chat and I felt maybe you had more information because after that I was asleep. So what else do you, I didn't talk about it yesterday.
No, I don't have any new information. But I'm going to make sure, obviously I want to share this clip. But can one of y'all share it? I don't even know how to do the audio on this.
I'll play it because I want to hear it.
Yeah. Patty's ready. She's about to be like, where I got to position myself? Everybody got their.
Okay. This is the one that's on Instagram.
There was a slow-moving coup. Let me just describe some of the steps, and you tell me if I'm being paranoid. First, create a masked police force. Get people used to looking at that. Normalize snatching people off the street. Get them used to that. Normalize seeing the National Guard and the military on the street. Then start talking about crime in the capital, which is basically, it's always been a fairly crime-ridden city. This is our nation's capital where elections are decided. And then because the crime is so bad, have other states start sending their troops, not just the National Guard there in D.C., but now at least 6 other states are sending their troops, which then Trump can then federalize. So you're having many states' troops on the ground there, and now they're under federal control. So you have in the capital a sort of permanent police presence. So when an election dispute might come up, just hypothetically, I don't want to be a big pessimist, and I'm going to pretend for the rest of the duration that the Democrats do have a chance of winning, and they might win the next election. I just don't think they're ever going to take power, because this is what's going to happen. Because I think this coup is going to go off a lot smoother than the last one. There was a slow-moving coup.
Okay. And one more thing, Patty. Excuse me, you guys. Water, please stop talking about assassinations in people's room. You don't get our rooms clipped to hell. And I asked you a million times, let's not use a different word, do something. But don't talk about assassinating people. Because people will report our rooms. And then what?
I'm just saying what happened. No, I'm already saying what happened. I'm not citing nothing.
Be careful, though.
No, serious. Just use another word. Find another word. You spelled it all out in motherfucking caps. Just another word. Just say.
I got you.
What's a word, y'all? I don't know what a word is.
Yeah, help me out.
I don't think that's
neutralize.
Y'all watch mafia movies? You gotta use their words. What the mafia use.
No, you're not gonna use none of that. Swimming with the fishes. I don't want to use none of that. I don't want to nothing about you upstream.
We gotta take a vacation.
He needs to go night. That's it. Night. I don't know.
Go down to, we gotta go down, take a trip.
I promise you that shit can get you locked out.
So how do we talk about it? Because we can't let them censor us on what actually happened in history.
Bro.
Yeah, I got it with the history thing, but don't threaten anybody's life.
Oh, I'm not threatening.
I will report your ass.
No, I'm not threatening nothing. I'm just talking about what already happened.
You trying to get us all snatched up? Shit.
Oh, y'all can't.
No, I'm not going to Uganda.
I ain't going.
At
least not.
I'm gonna be like
against my will.
Don't hit too much on Uganda now.
Yeah, not against my will. I'll go.
It's like the